This podcast is brought to you by Sci-Fi, the world leader in psychology fitness training. Sci-Fi is scientifically proven to help you optimize your physical, mental, and emotional performance through functional training of your brain, body, and breath. For the first time, have your own clinical psychologist, personal trainer, life coach, breathwork teacher, and mediation instructor all in one. Instead of having to wait months or even years for results, you get them in 75 minutes or less. That's the Sci-Fi difference. Rewire your brain, retrain your body, and refocus your breath. Learn more at psyfi.nyc.
It's been said, you, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life.
In the ring, I control my own destiny.
Absolutely.
I win, I lose. It's in my hands.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
I face life head on, but I've learned to welcome the challenges even in the ring.
From the boxing side of it, every time we fall, we get back up.
That's what Life's Tough, Boxers Are Tougher is all about. In the guest corner, he comes to us from Roma, Italia, by way of Salerno, with a record of 14 wins against 7 defeats, with 2 draws, with 6 big wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome to the podcast the former 4-time regional champion and a tremendous entrepreneur, Dario Italian Trouble Sochi.
Ciao, everyone.
Ciao. And also our first international guest. Dario is currently in Rome recording this. So we thank you for joining us and working with us on the time.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
No, it's great. We're real happy to have you as well. Again, you're our first international guest. We got you to stay up a little later tonight to record, which is terrific. But you made your so you're from Salerno, but you made your professional debut here, very close to where I live on Long Island at the Platt Deutsch. That was, for those who don't know, that was kind of the precursor for the whole Rock and Fight series from Star Boxing. Tell us about your pro debut in Long Island.
It was a long process. I started boxing in Italy with a very, very long amateur career, 91 fight as an amateur. And then I decided to move to the States and try to be a professional boxer there. And after 2 years of training and a couple fights as an amateur, I had this chance to fight as a pro in Long Island, and it was a huge card. Also, Serrano was there in the card. I was so excited about it, and was a pretty good fight. 4 rounds. I knock him down at the 3rd round, but he got up. So it was a very good fight. It was very tough.
Oh, so yeah, and you prevailed in that fight, which was great, and pretty cool. And then you fought out of the Morris Park Boxing Club, which we'll hit on a little later. I'm going to definitely ask you a question about that in the Fast Five. But and now tell us what you're up to now.
I'm actually in Rome. I moved to Rome. I opened my own boxing gym here, and I opened a restaurant, which is completely not my business, but I like it. I like the challenge, and it's also it was very nice to do also this experience in the restaurant. And now I'm here since 2 years, and I probably move to Dubai after that, and I'm probably gonna open another boxing gym over there.
A boxing gym in Dubai.
Yeah, probably yes. I think that Dubai is gonna be a good place for the next 4 or 5 years of my life, my career. Yeah.
Well, they're definitely paying big money for fights right now. They're bringing a lot of fights over to Dubai. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. A lot of fighters are moving to Dubai. A lot of fighters are doing are training there.
Yeah, there's a lot of money floating around over there where they're paying big cash for fights. So that's pretty cool. I love it. Yeah, that's a cool. That's an interesting That's an interesting idea, though. Moving to Dubai. Um, would you live there full time, or would you go back and forth between Italy and Dubai?
I think I'm gonna move there for a couple of years, and I stay there for a couple of years. I probably come back for Christmas or you know, sometime like that. But probably I'm gonna stay for 2 years straight.
Yeah. Wow. The name of the show is "Life's Tough. Boxers Are Tougher." Tell us why you're tougher than life.
Cause I started boxing pretty late. I was almost 16. I come from a very difficult neighborhood where there was a lot of violence there, and I come from a country where is a big culture of soccer, football, and I practiced in the beginning. I tried to play soccer, but honestly, I didn't like, and I honestly think that I was not able to do that. Then I met this guy who introduced me to this boxing gym, who was uh, a sport that I never considered in my life, but was free. It was was free to try, and then after a while, I felt in love for boxing. I saw this gym. It was a bit dirty, dark, and I felt the real life in that gym. After couple months of training, they proposed me to fight, and I accept this fight. I don't think I was ready for that fight. Instead, I lost. I lost that fight, and I was very sad about it. Then you are in front of two way, just quit or continue. And then I didn't give up, and I continued with boxing. I was inspired by the Mexican fighters. I started to watch boxing, and yeah, and then I did a very long career as an amateur, as I told you.
What was So you lose your first amateur fight. How come you didn't quit? How come you stuck it out?
Yeah, I got me another chance. I say, okay, let's try again. Let's try again. Let's see what happened. And then I tried, and I felt good in that. I felt for the first time in my life that I was good in something. I was good as a boxer. I was not special boxer. I was not a champion, but I felt good. I was good. So I give me another chance. I won the second fight, and then I continue with boxing. I spent a lot of time in the boxing gym.
Tell us some of the challenges that you faced. After you lose the first time you lose, but you go back and you give it another try. Tell us about that and how you continued to make that happen.
So the point is that I had nothing to do because I left my family when I was 15. So I spent all the time in the gym, and you know I also I went to the gym also just to spend time with the trainer, have coffee there. It was kind of family there. It became a kind of family. I had a lot of friends there. Also, people who don't box used to go there, see the sparring, see the training. And I felt so good there. I felt like my second home.
Who were some of your early influences, and how did they inspire you to continue?
Yeah, one of the first was Julio Cesar Chavez because I love the Mexican culture of boxing. They have very big culture of boxing, like we have in Italy on with the soccer. They have the same with boxing. So I love all the Mexican fighters like Juan Manuel Marquez, Marco Antonio Barrera, and many others. But my favorite was Julio Cesar Chavez. I remember that I bought the DVD when he fought against Sugan, the English fighter, at the Azteca Stadium in front of 100,000 people. And I fell in love because I loved his attitude in the ring. I love the way he fight. He used to fight at short distance. That's one of the main reason I decided to left Italy to go to the States because in Europe, especially south of Europe, they used to fight at long distance, and I don't feel so good to fight at long distance. So I like to fight at the body you know as a Mexican. So that's why I decided then to move to the States.
Well, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't think you could pick a better guy than Chavez. I mean, he was a heck of a fighter, and one of for my age group, he was definitely if he wasn't the best, he was in the top three. From the time I got into like watched boxing to there, so that's a really good. That was definitely a good choice. Tell us about coming to the United States, and tell us about what that was like and where you settled, and talk a little bit about that.
Okay, when I moved to the States, I moved first to Brooklyn and I started to train at Gleason Boxing Gym. Then I met a guy from Salerno who works in a pizzeria, and I moved with him to the Bronx because it's a small part of the Bronx where many Italians live. It's Morris Park. That's why I started to train at Morris Park Boxing Gym because there is a huge community of Italians. And then I met Aaron Davis, who was the trainer there, and I started to train with him.
Yeah, he was. We actually had him as a guest. He was one of my favorites. I liked him because he was a New York guy from the Bronx, and again, I didn't know back then that he was fighting out of Morris Park, but now obviously I know those guys pretty well out of the Morris Park gym. What were some of the challenges you had to overcome when you came to America? As far as how was your English? How did you do with the community? Talk a little bit about that for us.
Oh, I was not able to speak English because I was a disaster at the school. So I really didn't know the difference between good morning and good night in the beginning. It was very tough in the beginning. And after 6 months, I started to speak slowly English, trying to understand some words, to understand at least what the people say. I'm actually able to communicate, but I don't feel so good with my English. Sometimes I'm really shy. I'm really shy to speak English, honestly. But yeah, after I learned something, I start to talk with trainer, with Aaron Davis, with all the fighters there. Yeah, that was my biggest challenge to learn English because boxing was much more easy than than speak English.
How did you and Aaron communicate? So how did you guys talk to each other? If he, because I know he doesn't speak Italian.
Yeah, in the beginning was very difficult. Was very difficult, but I tried my best because I used to watch his fight when I was very young, and it was strange to see him in person, teach me boxing, and I was very happy. I was very proud to be there and train with him. I see all his pictures at the in the gym, and I remember that day I told him to put some pictures of me in the gym, and he was laughing. He said, "Hey, come on, you're not good enough to be here at the on this wall." But in the end, he put three pictures of me. Now, I mean, the last year, he put three pictures of me in the Morris Park Boxing Gym, and I felt so proud about it.
Yeah, that's pretty excellent. That's a great club. I mean, that's like a real boxing club. It's not a fitness gym. It's really there for boxers. So
Real
yeah,
boxing club.
that's listen. That's high praise that they hung your picture up there.
Yeah.
Because Lou Del Val came out of there as well. So they've
Yeah,
had
it was
some.
a big honor for me.
Yeah, they have some good champs out of there. All right, so walk us through, right? You start training again with Aaron Davis, and by the way, just off the on a side note, Aaron Davis totally wants to be an Italian, so like he wants to be an honorary Italian. So we always joke about it because he loves Italian food, he loves Italian people, he loves Italian culture. So we're gonna make him an honorary Italian. Um,
You do.
but talk to us a little bit about that now. So you moved forward. You know, you start to learn English better. You start to turn pro. How were you? How'd you get through all of that? Because it had to be a little bit lonely, I would imagine, right? Being there, coming over here.
Yeah, after a while, I after 3 years actually, I had a good chance to. I had a good contract in Germany, and then I decided to move to Germany because I have this good contract, and I moved there for 3 years. But I felt that it was not a good choice for my career, even if the contract was good. And because as I told you, I don't like the German the European boxing style. They used to fight as a long distance, and I don't like it. Then I moved to Japan for a while, for a few months, and then I realized it was not for me. And then I moved to Mexico, to Guadalajara, for 2 years. I had the big honor to train with Canelo Alvarez, with Ramon, his brother, and yeah, it was great for my career because I learned a lot from the Mexican. They know how to fight like like the American. They know how to fight. And then from after that, I moved to Italy.
Tell us about well, so okay, so three big stops. So you're truly a citizen of the world, and of course you're talking about moving to Dubai. So obviously that's not nothing you'd be intimidated by. Tell us about living in Germany. Tell us about living in Japan, and then how you felt living in Mexico.
Okay,
And by the way, which had the best food of all three of
okay.
them?
The best food is Italian. No, also the Mexican. The Mexican is good. I like the Mexican food because it's
Good.
really healthy. It's healthy food. I was able to stay in shape always because the temperature is very high. The also the trainer is very tough, and I was able to keep the weight, which is really good for a boxers. Uh, then also in Japan, I had good food. I love sushi. I love the Kobe meat. It's great. I mean, I'm a food lover. I love food everywhere I go. I also love the food in the States. You can find many good restaurants. Anyway, my experience in Japan was beautiful, but was not for me because they used to do business with the lighter boxers. Not in my weight. There's not so much business in my weight class. So that's was the reason why I moved to Mexico. In Mexico was great, and I had great experience for 2 years, and I thought was enough to learn boxing. I mean, not to learn boxing. There's not enough time to learn boxing, but I was confident after that, and then I moved to Italy. I moved back to Italy, and I decided to open my boxing gym here in Italy. That's why I'm here now. And from here, I move everywhere to fight.
So so I got to ask you then. So you go to Mexico. Talk a little bit about living in Mexico. I know it's a very from I've talked to other boxers. They always tell me it's a very tough life and a tough
It is.
culture. Again, getting to train with Canelo is pretty amazing. Talk a little bit about that experience and how that inspired you moving forward.
Yeah, it is. It was a great experience because I faced for the first time the real boxing life. Training in a very poor gym, like garage. And I imagined that like 10 years ago, Canelo was there, and actually is one of his boxing gym. And even if the gym are not so rich boxing gym, they have many champions because the it's all about the dedication they put in the sports. I see that the young people, the kids there are very hungry. They want to become champion. They want to give they want to give an opportunity to themselves to be in a better position. So I like it a lot. This mentality, and I grew up as a person there first, then boxer. And yeah, but after 2 years, I thought that was good, and then I moved to back to Italy, as I told you.
So you opened a boxing gym. All right, that's definitely a natural progression. I know a lot of boxers who have opened a boxing
Yes,
gym. Believe it or not, I do know one other boxer who opened a restaurant, and who's pretty successful in the restaurant
Lucky
business. But
Marciano.
um,
Lucky Marciano used to open a restaurant in the past.
oh, so now I know two. So and now you're my third then. So tell me, how did you get involved in the restaurant business, and tell us how did boxing, a career in boxing, help prepare you for the restaurant business being tough? Because I know that's a tough business also.
I really don't know exactly, but I really like food. I love food. I define myself a boxer gourmet because I love food. Uh, then with this guy, with my trainer here, we had the chance to open this restaurant just next to the gym. We had a good opportunity, after COVID, many stores was closed, and we had the chance to take this place. And they say, okay, let's try, let's see what happened. And actually, it's going good, it's going well.
That's great. That's great. How did COVID affect you? So you moved back to Italy. What year did you move back to Italy, and how did COVID affect you when you moved back? Because I know Italy took the brunt of it at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, it was a disaster here. We had a very huge problem with the COVID. Many people was passed away, and many stores were closed. So yeah, but actually, I want to live in Italy. One day, I will move to Italy. I will move back to Italy because I love my country. I love Rome. I love Salerno most of all. I come from very small city. Salerno is very small city, 200,000 people. So we know each other, almost everybody. And yeah, one day I will definitely move here to live here.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Italy two times. Both times I got canceled because of COVID. So I can't wait to get to Italy. I'm dying to get there. Um, I really admire your spirit. The fact that you saw a need and were able to open up a
Mm.
restaurant. I definitely proves how tough you are to me.
In this period, it's tough to do everything. When you invest your money, you know that everything can change in very soon. So we were very strong to open the restaurant, to open the boxing gym, but actually we are working well, and that's one of the reason I also want to open some other business, and also that's one of the reasons I also want to move to Dubai and open another boxing gym, give the people the same opportunity I had when I was young, when I was kid. It's the same we are doing here in Rome. We have a lot of kids here in the gym, and we really hope to inspire some of them as I was inspired when I was kid. First, from the people from Salerno who practice boxing before than me, and after from the people who do boxing for living, like Julio Cesar Chavez, many others champion.
Well, I think that's amazing. I think I'm dying to. I'm definitely going to look you up when I come to Italy, and definitely check out the restaurant.
Yes,
Well, I can't thank you enough. This was great. Did a great job. And by the way, your English is phenomenal. So
thank you.
so don't give it a second thought. And again, it's a lot better than I took Italian for 4 years in high school and 2 years in college, and I wouldn't dare try to break it out on this call. So good stuff. We do something called the Fast Five, and we ask five questions. Are you ready? Are you up for it?
Yeah, let me tell you that I will be very happy to let you try the best carbonara in Rome when you come to Rome. So come to visit me.
Well, so you know what? We're gonna skip to that question first then. So, um, so you own a restaurant. We just talked about it. Two things. What's the name of it, and what is your best dish?
Primo Bistro. Primo Bistro is the name of the restaurant. And Fortitudo Boxing Gym is the name of the gym.
That's cool. Very cool. I love both names. All right, good. What's your signature dish? Like, what's your best dish that you make? And do you do the cook? Do you do any of the cooking,
No,
or
I
you just
don't.
oversee it?
I'm not good at all. I'm not good to cook. But my favorite dish is very tough. It's very tough to decide. Someday I like carbonara. I like cacio e pepe. I like matriciana. I love food. I love food everywhere, especially here in Italy. That's why when I fight,
I
I need
love
to move
cacio e
out of
pepe.
Italy because I'm not able to stay in shape here.
All right, so that's one of our questions in the Fast Five. So you fought at a couple different weight classes, right? From welterweight to
Yes.
middleweight. When you had to make weight, so you step on the scale, you make weight. What's the first thing you're eating once you've made weight?
I'm focused on protein. I have some carbo in the morning before the fight, but I love sweet stuff, but I I just try to avoid sugar because it makes you tired. So I'm very focused on protein.
Yeah, I agree with you. Protein. All right, like a steak or something.
Yeah, also. Yeah.
Who's your favorite? So Chavez, would you say Chavez? Who's your favorite fighter growing up?
Chavez was the first. I think that is one of the best.
And who's your favorite Italian fighter? How about that? That's a good
Um,
one.
so we had a good fighter in the past. The last 30 years, the best fighter of the last 30 years, I guess, was Giovanni Parisi. He had the chance to fight against Julio Cesar Chavez, and it was a pretty good fight. He won the gold medal at the Olympic Game. He was the WBO world champion. He was very good fighter, but after him, we didn't have any real good fighters. We have just good fighters in the past, like Nino Benvenuti, who won the gold medal in Rome '60, and then he became world champion. Then also in the past, but really in the past was Primo Carnera, one of the best Italian boxer of all time. We had a good boxer in the past, but the last 2 decades, no, not so much.
The heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
All right, so Morris Park, right? Tell us a funny story about Morris Park Boxing Club, and tell us a funny Aaron Davis story.
No, as I told you, I used to tell him. I used to tell him to have my pictures on the wall, just next to the other champions who was there at the gym, like Richard Colan, Josue Vargas, him, Lou Del Val, Luis Resto, and many others. And he always said that I was not ready for the pictures. And then one day last year, I was to visit him at the gym, and the day after he put my pictures on the wall and he say, "Hey, look at the wall. Who is that guy?" And I saw me. It was a big honor for me to see me that gym.
Nice. Who tell us a funny story about him, about Aaron Davis,
I have no idea now.
like something he did funny.
He's funny guy. He do so much funny thing. But I have no idea now. I don't know. I don't remember now. But he's really funny guy. He's very
Okay. All right,
friendly.
no worries, no worries. Okay, last question. Tell us your favorite Italian curse word.
I used to say. I mean, here it's very common to say frate. It means bro. So in the gym, we used to say frate to everybody. Is my word, frate.
Fratello. Nice. That's a good word. So that's a nice word to say because I have a very good friend from Sicily who always calls me that. So and I call him that. Tell us a swear word, a bad word.
Okay, the most common word in the world, I guess, is vaffanculo. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, I figured you were going to pick that one.
It's the easiest one, you know.
Yeah, I heard that a time or two in my life. Believe me.
Easiest.
Well, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with us. You're a great guy. I'm excited about your new ventures. Keep us posted. What's Hey, where can we find you on social media? Where can we find the restaurant and the gym on social media?
The gym is Fortitudo Boxing, and the restaurant is Primo Bistro, and my social media is Soci Dario. You can find me as Soci Dario.
Soci Dario. All right, I'll follow you on Twitter, and we greatly appreciate you taking the time to come on with us. You're a true gentleman, a citizen of the world, right? And we're very grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Grazie mille.
Grazie mille. Ciao.
That's going to be the final bell for today's podcast. If you like what you hear, give us a like and hit the subscribe button with your best power punch. You can check us out at Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and anywhere you can find quality podcasts. We hope our stories inspire you to fight on. We thank you for listening, and remember, life's tough, boxers are tougher. Have a great week, everyone.